reports and presentations. Kristen Dillon and Bill on Junie's.
Hello, I'm Kristen Dillon, 8 Lantern Lane. So I want to thank you all for hearing our presentation about Junie's Place at Friendship Park. So this will be an expansion to the 2 to 5 area, currently at Friendship Park in Roberts Field, in memory of my daughter Juniper, who passed away on December 30th of this past year. So a little bit about what we're hoping for Junie's Place. So as I mentioned, it is an expansion for children in the 2 to 5 area. Really, it's going to be focused on an inclusive play area with poured-in-place surfacing to maximize play for our children of all abilities. We are going to have a few different options for children, including a sensory area, a wall, seesaw, and some other things that really we had Junie in mind as we were planning. Our budget is of $145,000 because of the poured-in-place surfacing. But we do have some tiered budgets, and so based on our fundraising and what we meet, we can have some various options. So we are planning to fundraise through January of 2024 and hopefully have an opening of summer 2024. So it is located inside the Friendship Park playground. If you go into the main entrance right in the right, which was originally hopefully earmarked for an expansion to begin with. So if you'd like more information, you can go to juniesplace.org. We're also featured in the Boston Globe this past Sunday, which was really exciting. So let me tell you a little bit about Junie, which is the reason I'm really here. So Junie was a ray of light. She was born in April of 2020 during a really difficult time in all of our lives. And yet this child brought smiles to everyone that knew her. She was just happy. My mom used to joke that are people born with a sense of humor, because Junie truly had one. She was beloved by anyone that met her, and one of our favorite places to visit was Friendship Park, and I always had Mondays off with Junie, and she and I would go every Monday, and on the weekends with her older sister, and her favorite was the bumpy slide, which is why we have that picture posted everywhere, and she also loved the swings. So unfortunately on December 30th, Junie didn't wake up. She went to bed well, and she didn't wake in the morning. And so we're also advocating for sudden unexplained death in children, which is something that I did not know about until losing my own child. And I'm also a psychologist in hospice, and so you'd think that I might know something about that. So to really celebrate her life, which is what I want to do, I want to celebrate her life and not focus so much on her death. We really wanted to do something for the children in our community. And so this is why we opted to expand the playground, because this was a place that was so dear to Junie, and really will bring friends of all ages joy for however long the playground exists. So you can go on to the next slide. So just in terms of building Junie's Place, so we've been partnering with the town of Chelmsford and the Friends of Roberts Field, as well as the Chelmsford Mothers Club, who's been helping us as well. And we designed Junie's Place together. And so the hope is that the Department of Public Works will purchase and install and maintain the new equipment. And Friends of Roberts Field is helping us with the fundraising project. So we're accepting donations by credit card, check, and they can do so at juniesplace.org or mail checks, as you can see. So we also have sponsorship levels available, and that we plan to identify sponsors on signage at Junie's Place. So if you want to email me, you can email me at drkristendillon@juniesplace.org. So designing Junie's Place, as we mentioned, we really had Junie in mind. We did this as a family and went through and picked out some of the options we really thought that she would love. So we have some items to climb on, to climb in, a sensory wall, a wee saw where lots of friends can play together. And again, it will have that poured-in-place surfacing, which is we have some at the current playground, as well as the signage for sponsors' names and a metal park bench and some trees. So here are our tiered budget options. So as you can see, depending on where we meet our goal in terms of fundraising, that we do have some options. If we don't hit the full $145,000, then we have option 1, 2, and 3 that either has less equipment or less of the poured-in-place surfacing, depending on what we're able to do. So the other piece that we've really done is promote a lot of awareness for sudden unexplained death in childhood. And so Paul was gracious enough to light up the town memorial blue and yellow in honor of SUDC for March, which was the awareness month. The governor also signed a proclamation this past year to honor this as SUDC Awareness Month. We're seeking grants and going to foundations for donations, as well as corporations, and just really crowdsourcing and funding. So we also have some exciting events planned. So we've decided to call what's listed as Junie's Week as Junie's Joy. And so this will happen from June 16th to June 30th, where we'll be partnering with local businesses and hopefully asking them to donate some proceeds and profits, while at the same time really encouraging people to shop locally as well as bring in new folks to our community. We also are thinking about having the Harlem Wizards, which are formerly the Globetrotters, come and do an event, as well as some other events, including Cars and Cappuccinos at Mercedes-Benz of Burlington, potentially partnering with the local photographer and having a booth at the country fair. So that is Junie's Place. Bill, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, Bill Askenberg, 185 Westford Street. I'm also the chair of the Friends of Robertsfield. So we've been actively fundraising for this project for about 6 weeks now.
Yep.
And I'm happy to say that we're at just about the $50,000 goal. So we're about a third of the way there. So we've had really good reception from the community. A lot of people are really excited about it, and we're just about ready to start our outreach program for other donations and stuff too from businesses and local folks in the community. So I would just encourage people to reach out, to go to juniesplace.org, and if they're interested in donating, to please donate either by check or through our PayPal link that we have there. I also wanted just to point out that we've been working with the DPW with Steve Callahan and Christine Clancy. We worked with them to develop the program and to sort of work through all of the details of getting the playground designed and set up and get the process going. So it's been a true community effort to try and get this going.
And I just want to say that our family feels truly held by the Chelmsford community. We had a bubble event on what would have been Junie's third birthday on April 2nd, where members of the community, friends, family gathered, including many of the police officers, some of whom were first responders the day that Junie passed away. And so it's just been such an outpouring of love for all of us, and we are just so incredibly grateful for living in Chelmsford and for what everybody has done for us, and feel equally so that we're able to do this for Junie in her honor. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I think it'll be a really nice addition for the community, so thank you.
Thank you so much.